What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Immortals Inc. podcast. I'm Mikey, and I'm here with my good friends Ron and Josh of the Blood Bowl scene, the pioneers to rebrand it all here at Immortals Inc. Welcome on, guys. And,
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, no problem. And kind of tell them why we're here today.
So I'm the commissioner of the league. So that means I just take responsibility for everybody else. So
Nice.
it's all on me.
The principal, basically.
Principal, and he's also the one paying for everything right now too.
But yeah, if you're interested in Blood Bowl here in the greater Cleveland area, come on down to Immortals Inc. We play every Sunday 4 till close.
Yeah. You guys have been killing it too, especially with all this stuff. So
Thank you.
The close is way more often than anything else. They kick us out almost every time. We're like,
we're always out. We pushing the chairs. We understand a little bit.
We close the windows now.
We close the windows.
you guys shut down the room. Magic, guys.
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and start off and tell us a little bit about the history, because that was how you brought me in with Blood Bowl, like the book.
So like the history is basically a big parody of like the NFL.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, like the Blood Bowl is a game in worship to the god of ancient blood sport and chance, Nuffle.
Oh, Nuffle, of course.
There's like a lot of goofy jokes about like commissioners and like league changes and stuff, but like I don't know enough real foot. I mean, I get the gist of what they're doing, but I don't know real football history that much. So,
I mean, I think the sponsors are kind of where it's at lately, especially given the fact that they're almost super on point at this point. You've got Bloodweiser, the champions of blood. You've got Kamari Fried Chicken. That was for our Tomb King players out there. Mm-hmm. And I think Deadpool is probably my favorite one. It's like, used to give us wings. It stopped.
That's a good one.
It's like it's a tangible in-game benefit you can get if your team like wins a game, is you can get like sponsorships that'll give you different things. So
I didn't know
really
that.
Fun.
That's pretty cool.
There's a lot of fun stuff. As a matter of fact, really what I think Josh and I wanted to really focus in on is that you need to be playing Blood Bowl, and it's shockingly cheap and easy to get in. And so we wanted to cover those bases. Yeah.
Super easy. I think the best one here is actually to grab literally the last box here. You guys have the season 2020, season 2 box here.
Which is the current edition as of the day we are filming this.
Yes.
Nice.
I think it's got literally everything you need to play. It's got the pitch. It's got the rule book. It's got some dice.
Two sets of dice.
Oh, it has two sets. Nice.
2 teams. It comes with it's the Imperial Nobility team and the Black Orc team. They're full playable teams, but they don't have absolutely every permutation of the team. But like it's an amazing starting point. Yeah, you get the book, you get the little accessories, which are not strictly needed, like the measurers and the templates and stuff.
They help.
Yeah, I know, like for like 40K and stuff, like you need those, but like these are just helpful.
Yeah.
So, like I said, the standard box is about 150. I don't know what the one in the Goblin. I don't know what the one here in the store costs, but whatever. But
around there.
And
if you go halvesies with a buddy, then boom, that is as cheap as wargaming can get. Like $75 for just an initial like full buy-in.
Yeah,
Not bad.
And everybody thinks about GW and they think, oh, such an expensive price point. But with Blood Bowl, it's not even close, I feel like.
Very affordable. Yeah, $40 to $50 for a box. And some teams, you just need the one box and you're completely good.
Definitely.
Cheaper alternatives, if you want to go a la carte, like I said, you buy a team. Mm-hmm. I think most teams are generally pretty available. I want to say most boxes you can get.
Yeah.
Newer teams are probably a little easier to get, but I think
Skaven's probably the hardest one to get in the original GW, but that also because it came out during the pandemic. And like literally 2020 hit, Skaven, Dwarf, they both brought everything out. Dwarf's a little easier because everyone kind of bought that thinking that was where it was going to go, but then Skaven Tide hit and everyone flipped the script on that one.
Yeah.
So if you choose not to go for the full box set, you're going a la carte here. You're getting your team, easy enough to get. If you can't find what you want by GW, there's a lot of third party alternatives you can get. There's a lot of great sculptors on the internet who do some good stuff. So it's not your own alternative. And, if you don't want to 3D print yourself, you can jump on Etsy or one of the various other things.
Etsy's a good one.
Just get somebody to print you a team and buy them off. And even some of the actual sculptors, some of them print and send you the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I know Torchlight does.
Grebo,
a good old Grebo. Love Grebo. They're the Italian wife and husband who sculpt out of Italy, and they do some amazing.
Oh yeah, so
stuff.
they do it right then for sure. Okay.
yeah.
You need the minimum: a team, a box of dice. The dice can be a little tricky to get a hand of.
Honestly, I think the best place to get the dice, if Carlos can't get them here, Etsy is a great place to get them. You're looking about $20 to $60 because you have the people who are like, "Hey, let's go ahead and throw the extra gold foil in it." You're like, whatever.
They're like bespoke dice as well. They have specific faces on them.
Correct.
So you do need D6s, but you also need the special bespoke game ones.
One that I know we're for sure not sponsored by is Baron of Dice. He does a great set. I just got a set myself. They are super matte dice, which is an amazing feel for me.
Oh yeah, matte's nice.
It's it feels super weird, especially when you've been playing with Chessex your entire life. It's
I like them.
It feels weird, but he's about $25-ish bucks, which is right around the GW cost.
Yeah.
So I think that's honestly the best way to go is get them from here. Can't Etsy would be my third option. Baron of Dice, that's probably the second option. But he's also on Etsy randomly. That's how I found out about him. First weird spot.
Cover your bases. So yeah, the third and last thing you need is the pitch. And you got some options there. GW sell you a bunch of different flavors, and you can get them, ranging in price from sometimes even $30 if you find a real on sale one to $50. I think is what they cost.
$50, $70, something like that. And you go ahead and have they've got 3 here. They've got the Snotling pitch. They got the Nurgling pitch, and I forgot the third one, but I don't know. We've got 3 options here for you if you want to come pick them up. The other ones, of course, you can always get them from eBay. You're paying that premium, of course. I would always look at local first. And then Etsy. There's 2 options, and you got to make sure you pick the right option here. There's 7s and 11s. I don't really want to get too far into that, but
there's sort of different permutations of Blood Bowl you can play, where it's a team of 7 or 11. So just make sure you're getting the correct pitch for which game you want to play, because they are different sized.
Don't pull me. I bought 7s by accident.
You guys do 11 here?
Yes.
We do full 11s.
Nice.
That's what we like.
It's the big full arena style, and I screwed up the first time and I bought 7s, thinking yeah, that's what it was. This is a lot smaller than what I'm actively looking at here.
We'll have that option, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we always have that option.
I know some people sell the nice neoprene mats too.
Yeah,
those are real nice. I don't know. GW doesn't do an official one, but you can get them around.
Yeah. So I think after that, after you get those a la carte pieces, I think you just kind of have to figure out what team you want to play. So I mean, there's 30 official options.
I think there are exactly 30 official options currently.
Because they fixed it with the gnomes. It was going to be a weird option.
Gnomes used to
no, I think there's almost 100-ish of the unofficials.
Yeah, there's over 100 unofficial secret teams.
But for starting out for official teams, I probably would go ahead and say Skaven. It's because the fastest the fastest rats out there. We just had Skaventide. You've got amazing model sculpts. There's great third-party options. There's honestly, you can go ahead and use some of the Skaventide models.
You just use if you've got some Skaven models around from Age of Sigmar or Warhammer or whatever, they all pretty much fit.
Everything fits. So I'd say fastest unit. You get to do some crazy stupid things. You get to learn the most important thing. You hate to roll dice, but you got to roll the dice. So honestly, I think that's my first pick on that one.
Yeah, they're a nice, fast, slippery team. My recommendation, if you want to get into Blood Bowl and you're new, I recommend the Orc team. I think is an amazing starter team. They've got some good, all around stats, but man, are they good at getting up to the line of scrimmage and just starting to just throw down the punches. They're just they're a great team. They feel great to play because you run up and you just start beating on the guys. You've got a little bit of ball skills in play. You can pass a little bit. You're not amazing at it, but you're so good at punching that I think you're going to have a good time with the Orcs.
Well, in that vein, I ended up going for my very first team. I actually ended up going with Khorne team because I wanted to go ahead and get in there. I wanted to go ahead and have that blood for the blood god. I mean, basically, you're nothing but a steroid user who's constantly having Khorne and honestly, Metallica just pumped in your brain at all times. You're literally doing one thing and one thing only, trying to break people's backs over your knees and dropping skulls on the throne. And then you get told, oh yeah, there's a ball. Oh yeah, there's a ball. Get the ball.
That's the objective.
That's the objective. It's not.
Ultimately, you need to get the ball across the line. Yes.
I forgot that numerous times, but hey, it's okay. I had casualty victories last session.
Oh man, you led so far in advance on casualties last season.
I think it was like 12 or 13. And the next closest was like 3.
Yeah.
Do you get anything for the most casualties, or is there just you just have that
honor?
Honor.
You have the honor of just being that guy.
I was that guy.
Okay. That's pretty funny.
So I think another great beginner team is the Dark Elves. They're just like they've got a real good versatility and adaptability to them. They've got like good stats across the board. They're good at a little bit of everything. Their guys aren't too expensive. There's not a lot of complex rules with them. Yeah, like good speed, good hitting, good ball play, and they have assassins who can give you a nice stab in between the ribs every once in a while. So Dark Elves would be, I think, another good beginner team pick for me.
I think my last beginner team pick, honestly, it's probably the worst option, but I love it because they're so adorably hilarious. Mm-hmm. It's the Goblin team because they have a rule for everything. You're going to need 2 boxes to play every team member, which is kind of annoying, especially when you with the GW version. Mm-hmm. But my goodness, you get everything on the field. You get a throw team member, you get bombs, you get stabs, you get all sorts of crazy things.
You get the pogo sticks, the ball and chain.
You get a guy with a glider.
Yes. Goblins. Yeah, they get the whole like toy box. Goblins do. They get everything.
They get everything. It's just bee's knees on that one.
Mm-hmm. A little trickier to play, but man, are they fun.
You are literally just doing it to... You have to decide at the beginning of the game, are you going to play to win, or are you going to play to make sure that the other team has no fun? And sometimes I go with the latter.
And I think my last team rec is going to be the Necromantic Undead team. There's 2 different versions. Necromantic has like Frankensteins, Wolfmen's, zombies, and werewolves.
Yes.
So like the nice thing about learning them as a beginner team is like each individual piece or position has a very distinct purpose in line for what it is, and their skills and stats make it clear that is what you're supposed to be doing with them. So you very quickly understand the different roles of positionals in team play. So I think Necromantic Undead is my 3rd top pick for beginner teams.
I think we have a player who's playing that right now, right?
We do.
Yeah. So that's a fun one. Quickly going over just a couple of the unofficial teams.
There's some fun ones.
There's some hilariously fun ones. We've got the Dwarf Engineers. So the Dwarf team, they originally when Blood Bowl came out, like 1st edition, whatever, they went ahead and had some weird secret weapons, and that was kind of their whole shtick. And then there's like, no, we want to be more traditional stoic dwarves. We want to go ahead and just show that we're going to have our own might and stuff. So the Secret League basically said, no, we want bombs. We want bazookas.
The bombs, the tanks.
So they literally just really focused on all the crazy things. And the nice thing is because this is a secret team, there's not going to be an official option. So one of the jokes I was actually looking at was possibly getting some Leagues of Voton from 40K because it's going to be crazy right up there. It's like throw them down there. Be super nice.
That's funny, dude.
Ballzuka. That was one of the player types.
Getting a little tight on time. So the last secret team I'm going to mention is the Old World Warhammer just brought in Cathay, who is sort of Fantasy China. But please don't forget about Warhammer Fantasy Australia, the Lumbria team, which consists of koalas and kangaroos.
And drop bears.
Yeah.
You're either going slow or you're jumping.
Yeah.
You're doing some hurdles or you're not.
It's a bigger Warhammer world out there than a lot of people might realize.
Nice.
I think the last little thing we'll talk about is just our current season that we've got running on here on Sundays. Last 2 weeks, because we did have an off week with Easter, but we did a lot of people end up playing. So, so in the last 2 weeks, we had 4 major deaths, which lost almost 400,000 gold.
Yeah, there were 4 deaths in just the one game day, and it costs over 360,000 gold pieces in team value. Basically, 1/3 of a team.
So roughly, everyone starts out with 1 million gold, and across the 2 teams actually, they ended up lost
4 deaths across 3 teams. Yeah.
Jeez.
And
my guy alone cost 160 who died. And the thing is, 2 of us even had the apothecaries, which are like your medics who are supposed to try to save your guy. So you basically get to re-roll the D16 die that said your guy died, and when we both rolled it for both of our dead guys, it said, nope, still dead.
Willed it.
So technically it was almost technically like 5 deaths if you really think about it that way.
Yeah, I felt bad for our one player. I rolled a 16. He's like, nope, re-roll it. I rolled another 16.
Oh my!
Because he didn't like the lay of the die.
Yeah.
So it was like 6 dice.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Man. Okay, I know we're getting a little late on time.
Last bit here. First place we got right now, Fido's Backyard Brawlers.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Lakewood Fire Lake Slashers.
Yeah.
We've got the Forlorn Angels, and then my team, the Drunken Barrel of Monkeys. I'm playing a bunch of monkeys.
Oh yeah, he's literally the simian team. A lot of gorillas and monkeys. It's great.
Right.
So get into Blood Bowl. It's very doable. And if you're going to do it and you live here, do it here.
Well said, guys. Thank you guys for coming on today. Make
Thanks,
sure you guys
Mike.
check the Discord. We're going to have these guys on much more, have them update the season as it goes. Go to Discord, hit these guys up, come play with us. You won't regret it.